Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really know you are.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Brittany, and I'm back with another video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that. Let's get into it. Okay, so it starts where we left off, and that's with Diamond versus Latina Rose, Amber Rose niece. And it's just like, Diamond got her so good that it was crazy. It's like, at first, they were like wrestling on the ground a little bit, but when Diamond got on top of her, she said, "Bink! Bink!" And then that kick finished her. I was like, yeah, girl. Everybody was like, oh, it's because she slipped. It's like, nah, even if she didn't slip, she was going to lose. Like, and then Natalie was in the back when Diamond was just like, are you dumb? Are you stupid? She talking about, we never stupid. Like, yeah, no, y'all look stupid because you had somebody come in to try to intimidate Diamond, beat her up, but your girl ended up getting beat up. So it's just like, yeah, y'all look stupid. So then Diamond and Natalie go back and forth, but I'm gonna talk about that in a second. So then we finally get into an answer of why Big Lex isn't really feeling Scotty right now.
She threw my wig, then she ran up on me again. I told her I didn't want to fight her. It's just not giving baddie. It's giving you just want to be here to fight people, and I don't like that.
Girl, shut up. Your mouth.
And that's all she gotta say.
It's too because this is the issue with Scotty. At the fucking horseback riding, this bitch was running her mouth.
I was looking for
running
Fauna,
her mouth. So
and
you don't shut up.
Why are you
I'm
looking
talking.
for
Shut
Fauna?
up. Like I was saying,
You're a weirdo.
at the fucking horseback riding, she's talking.
I didn't talk for one
Shut
time.
up. You talk, and I'm mad as fuck about my wig.
And no shade, I like Scotty, you know, that's my girl. Scotty with the body, you know, we locked in. But at the same time, yeah, Lex is right. You have been talking, and then at the table with the pretty three and whatnot, you were just like, oh, here's your storyline, now you got a reason to fight me. And then you were confused on why the girl wanted to fight you. Like, even if you were confused before that, after that, you were saying now she has a reason to fight you. So now she's fighting you. So I'm confused on why Scotty is confused. And then at the same time, yeah, they did get into their little spat at the little horseback riding thing. You know, the wig was ripped up, and then Scotty was actually the one that ripped the wig. So it's just like, no shade, like, Big Lex low-key does have a reason to fight Scotty. Scotty has been popping it. She has been doing these little things. And it's just like, girl, if you don't want to fight the girl because you know you're going to get beat up, it's like, it's okay. You can say that because it's not like Big Lex can't fight. Like, we know she can't fight. But at the same time, don't do little things and then expect the girl just not to fight you, you know? So then Natalie checks Dolly over her hands, and Dolly says that her hand is cool. She never had a sling. She has no broken bones. But it's just like, what the heck happened between then and like 72 hours ago when Ivory wanted to fight you and you kept saying when your hand heals? So your hand just automatically healed. It's just like weird, not beating the allegations. So then DTB is like, yeah, this whole Dolly thing is true. Yeah, we can address that, but Russian Cream is also doing the same thing. And Russian Cream is just like,
I really wouldn't have a problem with leaving. I see where everybody's coming from, but I'm not giving you bitches the satisfaction of me leaving. So fuck it, no injury reserve. If it's up, it's stuck.
and it's just like, honestly, no shade to Russian Cream, but it's like, if you left or if you did stay, nobody would really care. I'm pretty sure they would. I get you don't want to give anyone the satisfaction, but it's just like, it wouldn't be any satisfaction if anyone cared. Like, at this point, I feel like you're just trying to prove to yourself that you can stay. But it's just like, if you stay or if you leave, nobody's gonna care. So Nat was just like, okay, all that is settled. Like, does anyone else have anything they want to address? So of course Summer pops stuff off and she runs up on Fauna. And no lie, this was a good fight. And no lie, it was low-key giving Ty to me. It was low-key giving Ty to me. And then on top of that, Fauna did all that in her purse and her heels, and then afterwards, not like Summer really did anything to her. She was still in her purse and her heels and her wig. So it's just like, no, it was low-key giving Ty. But the crazy thing is, as they're doing that little scrap, Big Lex just pink and gave Tubby the worst birthday present ever. And no lie, I felt so bad for Tubby because it's like she kept repeating that she just wanted to look good for her birthday. She just wanted to look good for her birthday. So it's just like, I felt so bad for her because it's just like Big Lex got her so good and Big Lex effed her up so bad that it was just ridiculous. Like, as she was holding her face, you know, it was blood getting everywhere. Natalie tried to talk to her afterwards, but Tubby was just like, no, like, I don't want to talk to nobody. Like, she was pissed. And it's just like, the thing is, Big Lex, I can't sit here and say she should have waited, because it's just like with Tubby, you can't really schedule a fade with someone. Like, she wasn't really obligated to wait after your birthday, but at the same time, it's just like, yo, Lex was wrong for sneaking that girl and beating her up on her birthday of all days. Like, if it was Halloween or something, I would have been like, oh, okay, like, you know, if it's the thing. But it's just like her birthday. I was just like, damn, Lex. But it's just like, yo, Big Lex effed her up so bad. Like, no lie. Like, I was just like I was gay, and I was scared for her. Big Lex is just one of them ones that I just wouldn't fight. One of them ones that I would just be confessional gangster about and just, you know, like, okay, stay away from. Like, I get not looking scary, but it's just like, I'm not about to keep running up on somebody that I know is gonna beat my ass to the point where they about to reconstruct my whole face. It's just like, yeah, no. Then after Tavi steps away, you know, Lex is demanding to fight the person who did something to her wig. So she calls out Cold Killer, and Cold Killer said, I didn't do anything to your wig, but if you want to fight, then let's go. So her and Cold Killer running a fight, woo, and she, you know, like, woo, Cold Killer. And it's like, of course. And no lie, I low-key felt like it was kind of lame that she did that to Cold Killer, because if the girl that's 12 feet smaller than you is telling you she didn't do anything to you, and you just like, oh, okay, let's fight anyways, it's just like, you should have just let it go. You should have been like, oh, okay, so let me fight the person who did my wig, and the person who actually did it to your wig is low-key kind of fair. Granted, would you beat her ass too? But you know, y'all kind of like same height, you know. Why fight the girl that didn't do it, that's smaller than you? Not saying she's scared of Scotty, I'm just saying it was lame. Like, I don't respect that. Then Marissa talking about she not feeling the vibe, so she's leaving. And it's just like, honestly, regardless if Marissa stayed or if she didn't stay, I honestly probably wouldn't have noticed. So her talking about she's leaving, I was just like, okay, girl, bye. So Tubby comes back downstairs, and you know, she wants her lick back for Lex sneaking her. And it's just like Tubby, she a soldier, and it's just like, I have hella respect for her. She became, I ain't gonna say one of my faves, but she became someone that I actually really like and enjoy watching. But it's just like, girl, I really wish after Lex did that she just would have went back upstairs and stayed there, because one, they chase each other around for like 50 million hours. And I was just like, okay, at this point, I was just like, let's get to the ass whooping. But when they actually fight, it's just like, Tubby, like I said, Tubby's face was just bleeding and busted in different places. And it was just like, on your birthday. So after that, Big Lex is like, oh yeah, where's K Rican? Because she still wants to get down to beating up the person that touched her wig. So after she says that, Fauna's just like, look, like, what's tea for real? Because Scotty's really the person that whipped your wig. And it's like, after she said that, she didn't want to fight Scotty. So it's just like, you were doing all that. You fought Cold Killer, you were about to fight K Rican, you were probably gonna fight Fauna, and they're telling you now, Fauna's telling you this the person that did this to your wig and you didn't run up on that person. What was the point? Honestly, I don't blame Fauna for saying it, because it's just like, you're just about to keep fighting people for no reason, and that's stupid. And it's just like, I get it, Cold Killer didn't want to say anything, K Rican didn't want to say anything, but nah, somebody needed to say anything, because not like Scotty was gonna raise her hand and say something, and then for Scotty to get on Instagram and say, oh, in the pool I told her that I ripped her wig. It's like, clearly you didn't, because if you did, she wouldn't be afterwards trying to still fight people over her wig. So it's just like, yeah, like, but then they get into a little dialogue again, and they have a little back and forth, and Big Lex basically says that she feels like Scotty inserts herself into her stuff, so she did it back, and Scotty basically just didn't like that. So that's just the issue. She did something to her, she did it back, and Scotty just didn't like it. So it's just like, okay, I guess. So it's just like, either Scotty should just not insert herself into other people's stuff, or she should still keep doing that, because I feel like she should, because as someone that's been on here for like 3-4 seasons, it's like, yeah, Scotty is an OG. Like, yeah, Scotty should she should insert herself. She has the right to insert herself. But it's the fact that, girl, don't insert yourself and then be mad that people want to fight you for inserting yourself. Okay, it's like I said, Rolly for EP CEO, because if Rolly were to do it, she would own up to it, and then she would also probably take the fade for it. Scotty and Natalie, they just want to talk shit and then just be like, whoa, and it's just like, no, you can't really do that. So it's like, yeah, either be quiet or talk, and then fight and talk. It's just like, it's simple, just two things. So Lex goes in her confessional and she apologizes to Cold Killer, and she also calls a truce to, you know, the Pretty Three and whatnot, because she was just like, she was about to keep whooping y'all over her wig, but now she's glad she found out who did it. Like I said, even though she didn't fight the person who did it, so it's just like, what was the point? So then Natalie comes out of nowhere and she's just like, hey, yeah, Diamond, and her and Diamond have a little back and forth.
What's up, Diamond? Hi. You even stand like me, look. You're getting good. You have studied me, bitch. You have studied me. Oh my God. It's cute. It is kind of cute though. I'm inspired. I think it's cute. Whatever.
Oh, really?
I don't give a fuck. What do you want to do? I don't care. You can't really fight. I really will whoop your ass, bitch.
Really?
I don't give a fuck. Yes, I will.
And she's just like, you're even standing like me, and you're even doing this. Like, I'm not with the, and it's just like, y'all know, I'm low-key am trying to be shady when I say this, and it's just like, y'all can tell me if I'm reaching or not. But this is just my opinion watching this interaction. I low-key feel like she was trying to show out for Amber Rose. Like, I'm sorry. Mind you, a day or two before this, Diamond and Fauna done checked you about something that you did on live. You could have really did your little turn up thing there. Like, yeah, you were talking, but it's just like, you wasn't really on that for real. Like, when Fauna checked you, you wasn't on that for real. Like I said, when Diamond checked you, yeah, you were being snappy with Diamond, but you weren't really on that for real. But now you want to act like you want to run up and you want to sit here, and be extra sassy. You want to, like, it's like she wanted to give CEO energy in front of her. Well, it's just like, girl, you know all these girls run over you every day. You want to check Dolly about her hand, but Dolly's been fighting with her hand like this. You should have checked her the second Ivory left, when she was throwing poop and fighting and jumping people with her hand. Big Lex and Scotty been having this freaking back and forth. You should have been brought them in a circle and told them to squash this. Like I said, Diamond and Fauna been like, y'all should have did this before, but now you want to do this now when your big celebrity guests come in. It's just like, girl, like I said, if I'm reaching, y'all can say it, but that's just how I feel, because it's like I peeped that. Afterwards, they go get dressed because apparently they're going to do content day. But it's just like the only people that looked like they were about to go do content was Scotty, Natalie, Amber, Fauna, Lex. And that's it. It's like everybody else just looked like they were going to take those people's pictures. No lie. Oh, and then we also have some new confessionals. No lie. I like this one. This might have been Summer's best one so far. Like, the feathers, it's like it can go either way, but I actually like the dress, and it's like orange looks super cute on her. Dolly's, I don't know if it's supposed to give cheerleader or not. Like, I don't know. It's like the hair is cute, but it's like hair down is low-key confusing me. And then Natalie's, it's just like did someone do something to her eye or something, because it's like the glasses, it's not doing it for me. Like, what's going on? So on our way to content day, we had the big three, and we also had the groupie three in the bus with them. And it's just like, first things first, they welcome Latina Rose, and they're just hyping her up, and it's just like, and Dolly's just like, yeah, you plugged in because you Amber Rose niece. And it's just like, even after this, that's still all she's going to be, Amber Rose's niece. It's not like she's going to be the big Latino Rose, and it is honestly, it's not like people even rocking with Amber Rose right now because of the BS that she's on. So it's just like her saying that she's Amber Rose's niece. It's like it's still not gonna get her no clout. So y'all hyping her up, it's just like, no, I is low-key giving loser. And then Latina Rose is sitting here talking about, oh, she feel like she's fitting getting well. She felt like she had to come in and do her big one. And it's just like, it's given that she's low-key happy that she's cool with, you know, the big three and whatnot, because she know that they pop in, that they be on their stuff, so she low-key want to get on their jock. Because it's just like, in her saying, and I know she's super happy that they're low-key like clapping with her on this. She's just like, oh yes. And her saying she felt like she had to do that, it's just like, girl, no. It's like, you really did not have to do that. You could have just walked in, introduced yourself, and just sat there and watched everybody else be stupid. Because it's just like, what was your point of running up on Diamond? Like, you were gonna be on the cast regardless. It's not like Diamond's leaving or you are actually her replacement. Like, both of y'all were gonna be on there regardless. So it's like, you really didn't have to do one. Like, and then you got beat up, so you talking about you did your big one. Like, no, you know, you really did your tiny one, your small one. So Russian is talking unprovoked like she always does. It seems like when Russian talks, it's just like, it's always so random, and then she gets cut off because they don't really want to hear what she has to say.
I have a bone to pick with you, Russian, because you know I like you, bitch. But what I did not like was that you volunteered yourself to leave. No,
I'm not trying to fuck up my hand, but at this point,
so
it is what it is. So I'm just gonna do what I need to do. Bitch, we all fucked up. Okay, so I'm saying I'm gonna do what I need to do to stay, and that's that.
Bitches are mad because I've been injured and I haven't been fighting. With Rican, shit, ain't no more injury reserve. So when I see that bitch, I'm gonna get that bitch.
I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and that's it. Boom.
But do you want to do it, Russian?
Oh my God, Answer, shut up.
Yeah, like I said, nobody really would have cared if she left or not, but her sitting here talking about she on that for real, she on that for real. And it's just like, girl, you about to be fighting with a broken hand for what? You sit here talking about you didn't want to give them the satisfaction of leaving, so you're about to give them the satisfaction of forcing you to fight. I would have rather you give them the quote-unquote satisfaction of you leaving, because you look even more lame of these girls hyping you up to fight with a freaking broken arm. And then if you are fighting with a broken arm and your arm really wasn't broken, it's just like they're not gonna have no respect for you for fighting, for pretending that your arm is broken longer so you can prevent yourself from fighting. So it's just like you need to sit down somewhere. Then she said she about to be on that with Kay Rican, and it's just like, girl, Kay Rican's leaving, going to fight her court case. So it's just like you have no storyline. So it's just like, yeah, you might as well just leave. And then as Russian is popping in about how she's about to fight, Elsie is just like, yo, like, Russian, you, if that's what you want to do, you can do it, but you really don't have to do that. And Dolly's just like, girl, shut the up. And it's just like, who the heck does Dolly think she is? On the other bus, they're just talking, they're celebrating Tubby's birthday, and you know, Rolly is just being extra nice, giving Scotty her flowers, she's giving Tubby her flowers, and I'm just like, okay, positive vibes. And then they get to their location, you know, they're taking pictures, they do rum tasting, and as they're doing rum tasting, they're dancing. And then some people come out and, you know, putting rose petals on the floor, you know, making a little path. And I'm guessing the girls thought that they were there for them, throwing flowers on them. But no. Here comes Tommy on like a 7-foot camel. So when Tommy comes in, Rolly was just on that with her automatically. She was telling her to get off the camel, take her rings off. She was even throwing stuff at the camel and Tommy, and I was just like, dang. Like, I get you mad at Tommy, but what the horse do to you, Rolly? But the thing is, as Rolly is doing that, I heard Tubby in the background call Tommy annoying.
She is so annoying. Motherfucking Tommy, the only one. Bitch, you gotta make an entrance all the time. Like, how you, a camel? Bitch, how the fuck you get a camel?
It's just like, girl, Tubby, shut up. You should be the last one talking about somebody right now. So Tommy gets off the camel, and no lie, her walk to Rolly, before Rolly, you know, actually beat her up, her walk to Rolly 8.
Come here.
Oh,
she got
wait,
something. Move.
Hold on, wait, stop, hold on.
Come here.
Hold on.
But then Rolly beat her up. I was like, dang. And I was crying when Rolly had knocked Tommy on her ass, and everybody was like, ooh.
Bitch.
Like, y'all are so dramatic, but I was like, dang, Tommy, you really like you like that. Like, I can't believe when we were watching Love and Hip Hop, we really thought Tommy had hands because of how she was acting with Scrap and whatnot. But no lie, I always thought that Jessica Dying was gonna whoop Tommy. I wasn't on the, oh, Tommy, they equally yelled. I was like, nah, Jessica Dying would definitely whoop Tommy. But then afterwards, we get some dialogue in between them, and then it just quickly turns into like a Lifetime scene.
Have a situation. You know we did. I don't know what you posted about when you posted my son. The fans,
I posted your son so you can remember that you have one instead of playing with me, because me, I go loud.
Hold on. Nobody has to remind me about my child every day. I do this shit for him.
I'm glad.
Do you know where I came from before I came here?
I don't know.
Oh, exactly.
I don't know.
I'm not here just because I want to be here with these bitches. I'm here because I want to work. I'm a businesswoman. I came from nothing. Okay then. So we don't have no beef. I never went back and forth with you on the internet.
And if I was Rolly, I would have knocked Tommy right in her face right there, when she would have been like, I posted your son so you can remember you had one. Like, what? But they're crying together, they're like expressing their feelings about the situation, and I was like, Summer, like, y'all might as well just kiss and make up, because it's just like, this got too emotional too fast. And it's like, no shade, you did all this with Tommy, but you couldn't forgive Slim either. You forgave Diamond and Rolly for all this talking about your kid, but for some reason you just hate Slim so bad. It's like you and Tommy sitting here crying in each other's face, talking about how y'all been broke and shot, and how y'all both doing this for the kids, and y'all embarrassed and woo woo woo. And it's just like, huh? No lie, I was happy that they were able to make up because yeah, like they needed to stop fighting because Rolly was just gonna win every time. So it's just like, yeah, Tommy, it's not even worth it. Like, you're right, you are embarrassing yourself getting beat up by Rolly every time for something stupid. So it's just like they worked it out. Everybody hugged. They have like a baddie hug o'clock. They go to the club, and afterwards, that was basically it. Next, we leave Kenya. We finally get to London. It seems like Russian Cream starts some BS and it affects her, Dolly, Elsie, Natalie, etc. I can't wait to see what happens with that because I'm kind of confused looking at the teaser trailer, whatever it's called. Like, I'm confused looking at it. But it seemed like when Russian Cream and Elsie fight, that Elsie was low-key throwing them all. I was like, okay, Elsie, what Natalie say? She learning a thing or two hanging with the baddies. And we have a fight in a club again. And it's just like, are we, like, I thought we weren't doing that anymore. But it's okay. We're going to keep doing it because Natalie doesn't care because she's not finding them for it. So it's just like, I guess we're going to have another fight in the club again. So it's just like, when y'all see it, I'm going to see it. And I'm going to be back on here talking about it again. So until the meantime, just make sure that y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, all that.